Okay, like the email said, what does Lady Gaga and PT have in common? Well, funny enough, they have a lot of things in common, and I want to run through some of them with you. Firstly and foremost, though, if you're watching this and the reason it got your attention was because of that statement, then we're on to our very first point, and that is how to stand out, how to be unique, how to get someone's attention. Because in business, you've got a very split second to stand out. And like Lady Gaga, she is flooded by competition this day and age. There are so many people in the pop industry all competing for the same fans, same people. So what she's done uniquely and what she's done good is she's been outrageous. She stood out. She's pushed the boundaries, and maybe that's not for everybody, but it certainly has paid off for her. Now, if we can take some small component of that and look at it in our own business, then there's a good lesson to be learnt. Now, you don't have to be, dressing like Lady Gaga or being outrageous like Lady Gaga, but like I said, we do need to take some principles from that. There's thousands of personal trainers in this country, and in your own state, probably in your own suburb, there's getting more and more personal trainers, and that's a good thing because it means that the industry is really growing. It's healthy. And the real key is how do you market yourself so you stand out from your competition? So that's one small part of it. Now, when we talk about standing out, it's really a matter of defining what are you doing differently than your competition. And this takes a little bit of effort, a little bit of extra elbow grease, and it's the one area I see most trainers fall down in. And not only trainers, after being a business coach for the past 13 years, I've seen a lot of businesses and they all fall into this trap. Now with competition becoming more, what we tend to do is blend in with each other. So we copy each other. We'll copy the person down the road. And what that does is dull our creativity. And so if we spent just a minute amount of time each and every week just looking at how can we be different, how can we stand out, then that would go a long way to giving you some insights. Because ultimately, it's about how does the person who's looking for a trainer decide who they should go with other than just price alone. Now, if you're getting into a pricing war or that's your only strategy that you're using, then you're probably in trouble and your business is in trouble. So that's really the main points. Now, here's some facts, about Lady Gaga. Well, not just Lady Gaga, but we're making some points out of her. Is she the most talented at singing? Now, I've heard some video clips of her live, and look, I've got to say, it's not absolutely mind-blowing. I don't think she's going to win the awards for being the best singer. However, she's obviously still quite talented in that area, otherwise she wouldn't have made it. So if you look at that from our point of view, you still have to be know your stuff, be good at what you do, unless you're going to be the total entrepreneur and not do any training yourself and just hire experts to do it for you, or you run the business. You're going to need some talent. Next, there's one fact. The best technician is not always the most successful. And you probably already have found that, that there's trainers out there. If you work in a large facility like Fitness First, you probably know there's trainers that are getting the same amount of income as you, but yet they're just hopeless, to put it bluntly, or they're not as well skilled. Yet, this is a classic example of maybe the average punter has no idea why you're different or better than that particular individual. And maybe why they went with that trainer is because they spoke up and asked or struck up a relationship with them. So it goes way and beyond just being technical. So you can have more degrees than a thermometer. Doesn't mean you're going to be successful overall in terms of your business. Number two fact is that those who can adapt, change and grow will succeed in the long term. So if you don't evolve, if you don't reinvent yourself, you don't keep on looking at how your business can be, a standout feature and how you can adapt with the times, then you're really going to get left behind. And once again, that's what Lady Gaga does great. I hate to think that I'm a pop expert, but even like the likes of Madonna, people who have reinvented themselves. So these are just some of the key points. Now I'll just move that for you. But look, if we look at what else is going on here, then another fact is that basically what we've seen and what I've personally experienced is if you sit back and you hope everything will work out fine, then basically what it's going to mean is you're going to fail. And hoping that your business will get better or sales will pick up or you'll make more income and money and you don't do anything differently, you don't take a different path than what you're currently doing right now. It's Einstein has said trying to do the same thing, achieving a different result, insanity. So you really need to point out a few of those simple but powerful facts. Now, so if you wanted to make sure that you are the Lady Gaga of the PT world, here's what we would recommend that you do. We've got a 2-day workshop that helps encompass and really makes it straightforward and easy for you to dip your toe in and look at what are some of the key areas that can make a whole big difference in your business at the moment. If some of these things are put up on the screen now, you've been sitting there thinking, geez, that would be nice. I wonder if that's possible. Is there a way to do that? I'm not sure what there is. Then this workshop will cover off on these topics and more. And so if you're also sitting there thinking, well, I'm only new to it, so some of these things, while they sound great, are out of my reach, maybe you're just looking at what's possible for you in the industry because you're new to it. Or you've been in the industry for a while and you've gotten to a bit of a rut and you just need to be freshened up, enlivened, and know that there is a great future in this particular industry and in your business. Maybe you need to look at improving your communication skills with your clients. I don't just mean the back and forth chat with them, although that is a big part of it. I mean the way you communicate with even your prospective clients, how you get referrals, how you build your business and how you communicate that message to them so then they can go and be your walking advertisement to you. And believe me, not many people do it well, but when you do it well, look, the leads and business will just keep coming in. Look at implementing time-saving systems. So things like that, you can really sit back and go, what take a lot of your time up? And we can help and guide you to say, look, how do you systematize those things? So you can, rather than spend time working on the business, as you would have heard probably time and time again, rather than in it, or spend some more time, starting to free up your time for the things you actually want in life. So maybe your own training suffered because you spend so much time and energy into your own clients and business. Maybe there's holidays you want to go away on. So if some of these things were freed up, then that would make your life more enjoyable in the background. Possibly you just want to fill up your own PT sessions. So, the idea of building a team, getting passive income that way might just seem a bit too far off. However, you go, look, if only I could just increase my charge out rate or earn more per hour, or just have my own PT business at capacity, that would be fantastic because I've got some, goals about buying a house and owning some property. Maybe there's some goals in the background you want to achieve, and that would be one way you could achieve them. Look at just having a great business that you're really pumped, excited about, and every day is just, a real joy for you instead of being a drag and a concern or a fear thing about, am I going to survive next year? Am I going to be, just going week to week, wondering what's going to happen? And, if you just want to be your own boss at the moment, but have a great lifestyle, great business, it is very simple, in terms of just taking that first step. There's going to be some challenge along the way. There's going to be some work you need to do, but it all starts with one step. Just like you'd say to an unfit client, who may be a bit overwhelmed about what it's going to take to get into shape. Surely you help guide them by letting them know, hey, it's just about getting in the gym and just making a start, starting slowly, and coaching them and saying, look, imagine where you're going to be in 12 months' time if you just keep doing these little things right. It's the same for you and your business. Imagine where you're going to be if you just make a start today. Imagine where you're going to be 12 months down the track if you actually learn and get a handle on some of these things that are really important for success in your business and to provide the lifestyle you want. Maybe you just want to increase your cash flow over the next 12 months, and I'm yet to meet anybody who doesn't really want to do this. If it's so you can take time off to give back to society, if it's because you want to travel more, if it's because you want to provide stuff for family, friends, if it just means you just want to have a better lifestyle yourself. More importantly, I like the idea of it's not always about the money, but it's what it means you have to do in order to get it. So to earn more money, you're gonna have to become something different. You're gonna have to learn new skills. You're gonna have to really push yourself to grow. The money is just a measuring tool to see where you are on that scale. In my view, that is. So really, investing 2 days can just help you with all of that and more. So you get around other like-minded professionals that really want to do the same. So we have a Christmas gift to you, knowing that Christmas is just around the corner. And here's what it is. We know that your time is valuable, and we also know it's very challenging for us to try to get people to take time out of their business. There's a couple of reasons. Maybe you're thinking, do I really want to take time, out? Do I know these guys? Is it going to be a good value, good use of my time? Well, let me make it easier for you. What we've done is we're going to break it down to some simple steps again. Now, what we get you to do is attend one day of our event for free. So you can come along, attend that. You can be with two of the most successful fitness entrepreneurs in this country, and we'll give you our time, energy, and devotion to doing that. In return, if you like the first day and you go, I really got value out of that, it's a bit like try before you buy, then attend the second day. Now, what will be required then is you'll be then required to pay the $247 what the course is actually valued at and worth. So, like I said, try before you buy. Now, if for some reason you go, well, no, it really wasn't for me, didn't get out of it, didn't anything out of it, you guys sucked, didn't like you, all we say is just let us know you won't be coming back for the second day. We'll ask everyone, and that would just be much appreciated from our perspective. In the 4 years been running these, we yet to see that happen. But however, we're open to it happening. So I guess what we want to do is make it okay for you to, to spend one day of your time, and then you make the decision if you're going to come back and pay the fee. That's about as fair as we can possibly get. Now, for coming back, this is what I call an ethical bribe. We work so hard at trying to convince people that it's in their best interest to do this. If you're struggling, if you've got desire, if you want to be better in your business. So we work really hard, and this is something we teach you to, build your business. And we understand that, there's so much going on out there. So as a bonus for taking action, we're actually going to give you 12 CEC points. Our course, it will be registered for 12 CEC points for those who attend. Now, if you're sitting there going, well, I don't need any points, I'm maxed out. Well, what we'll do is we'll bank them for you, and when the time is that you need them, you'll have them up your sleeve, 12 ready to go, just like that. Also, we're going to give you our home study pack. Now, I won't go through detail what exactly is in this. We go through what's in this at the workshop, but as you can see, there is that much information and content that you'll be receiving. It's basically everything you'll need to know, refresh yourself, and how to build your business, and you'll get that for attending the second day. That'll be included in your $247. That pack alone is worth $597, and the CEC points around about the same. So there's around about $1,000 worth of stuff for attending a 2-day workshop, which alone is going to make you a lot of money and be very successful, not just the money, in your business by attending. So what we expect is simple. Only turn up if you're actually committed at some level. I don't really care what level it's at, but you've got to be committed to being there. We do have a cancellation policy, and that's simply because we know if something's free, people don't always value it. And so we need you to value this. We need you actually know that you're doing this for yourself. And if you don't turn up on the first day, but you said you had, you'll be billed a $197 fee for not turning up. Now, there is a time frame that once you decide you're coming, we'll send you the details out. If you do, for some reason, have to cancel before that time frame, so there's a period where you can not be billed, then you let us know, and that's all fine. But if not, you will be charged that for our admin fee. But the biggest part is that you probably may have taken the seat, because we've only got limited seats. You could have just taken the spot of someone who could have turned up, who's really motivated, and missed out because we've got limited numbers. So that's the main thing to keep in mind, that that's really what you could be doing. It's costing someone else the opportunity. Our motto is quality, not quantity. So we're not looking for abundance of trainers and people. And we're only making this offer available for the first 11 people or within the next 3 days. Now, look, if you do miss out, but you're number 12, 13, 14, we'll see if we can fit you in. And if so, without that being a negative experience for anybody else, we'll do so. Otherwise, you'll go on our VIP list for 2012. When is it and where? Well, the venue will be emailed to you once you register. Simple reason is because we've had people turning up in the past that just thought, oh, I'll just rock up on the day. It doesn't work that way. If you don't let us know that you're coming, there's a whole procedure. We need to know. We need to fill out a business questionnaire that you'll need to complete and get back to us, so we can actually be really spot on with who we've got in the room and how to best serve you. So the venue will be emailed to you. Basically, it's from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. both days. The Sydney dates are 11th and 12th of November. and the registration is at 8:30. And so we kick off at 9 a.m. sharp. We will not wait for anybody who's running late to reward those who got there on time. So we run a tight ship. Some roadblocks that we've experienced in the past and heard from trainers, and if you're a trainer and you hear all these, you'll be used to the common roadblocks that you hear from your clients. So, you know, things like I can't get time off, I have a barbecue to attend on the Saturday, I can't make the Friday, but the Saturday I can, or vice versa. Any of those objections, look, I'll be as blunt and straight up with you as I possibly can be. If you're not able or you're not willing to make it there and make the commitment, then it's really not for you. And if you're unable to make the both days, even though you're going to test out the Friday, see it's for you, we just say, look, simply don't bother, because we actually need people who are committed, and if they like the Friday and they want to come back, they're going to come back. So that's really where we stand on that. It's pretty straightforward, and I think you understand from our point of view. So how do you register? Well, you'll have to excuse that there's Melbourne, Brisbane or Sydney on there, but obviously you would SMS Sydney if you're going to SMS and go to take the first step to register that way, and you'd SMS Sydney to that particular phone number. Secondly, you can email Paul at that particular email address, paul.stonehouse@createptwealth.com.au. Let Paul know that you're from Sydney, your best contact number and best time to contact you, so he can just give you a buzz and let you know all the details and send you out the information. So you'll need to do that. Or the quickest and probably easiest way to register on the spot is to go to that website. You don't need to put HTTP in. What you will need to do is type in www.createptwealth.com.au/seminar-dates, and that will then you'll be able to select Sydney and you'll be able to register on the spot, and make sure you don't miss out. I recommend you take action, and you know, if you've been sitting there wondering should I, you really have nothing to lose. If you're not really in the area or heading in the direction that you want to be, there's practically nothing to lose, everything to gain from this. We promise that our jokes will be absolutely terrible, shocking. Although, look, I think people laugh at us, so they have a good time anyway, not with us. But we can promise that our content for building a blueprint for business will be something you'll truly get a lot of insight and a lot of guidance from. You know, after being in business for 16 years, and especially been in the fitness industry for the same time, there's pretty much we haven't seen, haven't tested, haven't tried over those years, and we're really passionate about passing that information on to you. And last, if you ask why we're doing it, well, the industry's been great for us, and you know, it's our way to give back. Of course, it's another great way to meet trainers, and we run an education facility, so of course we'll be letting everyone know about how they can do that. But look, that's totally up to each individual if you want to do that or not. Otherwise, you know, it's really about us introducing ourselves and building a relationship from there. So I hope that all makes sense and that's very clear, and we're upfront about that, about the whole process. And like I said, we can give back, because we know if we give back and we build some really great fitness entrepreneurs out there, then there's going to be more jobs provided. Colleges that we work with are going to continue to have people coming through and doing the courses. And overall, we can play a small part in designing a healthier Australia. So I look forward to seeing you in person along with our team, and you know, I can't wait to meet you.